Hey, what's up? So in this video, we're going to talk about how to finish this closet space, and not just finish it, but make it pretty functional and useful. It's pretty small, and it's really the last space in our house that is unfinished, and it's time that we go ahead and finish it and make it useful. And so we're going to go ahead and frame this box out. This is where the return air is for the house, and we're going to box it up a few feet and run some 2x4s above it. And we're going to go ahead and lay shiplap from the edge of this door and to this angled stairs, the 2x12s. So we're going to leave this exposed to minimize the work that we have. We're going to leave it exposed. We're going to paint it white, kind of like the whole house. And then we actually just installed this light in another video. And if you want to watch how to wire a small little room like this, or really any kind of room as long as you have some sort of box close by, then there is a video that I already did, and it's kind of helpful for you. So we got the wiring done, the lights in here, and next is those little things. And by the time we're done, we're also going to lay this floor. We're going to continue this floor that we have in the house into this closet. We have a bit of this floor left, and we're going to glue it down. Other than that, let's get at it and start this little project. Okay, we're going to measure out this frame for the box and go ahead and frame it up real quick, and then we're gonna put quarter, I think it's like 3/8 and 1/2 inch plywood. It's not plywood, it's more like finished plywood on the side and top. What I wanted to do is just avoid drywall as much as I can. I really don't like drywall that much after doing so much of it around here. So I'm trying to avoid it as much as possible. So then these sides right here will have shiplap on them. So this whole room will be more of like a wood finish and painted white. So then it looks good, and it's nice and bright when you turn the light on. The box is built out. It's not too pretty. I use scrap wood around the house, but it looks good, and it's going to function well. It's nice and strong, so there's not going to be a ton of weight on top or anywhere around it, so it's not going to be as, you know, not here for support. It's just here for boxing out. Put some stuff on top and calling it a day. So we're going to go ahead and measure out this front first. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and rip this board here. And make it work. All right, I got it. And that's how it is done. Alright, so big next step is to go ahead and run a 2x4 right here and about right here, so then whenever I do the shiplap, we can nail it to somewhere in the middle, not just here and here, because we're going to run it on these two, this 2x12, old 2x12. This one's good. We have the HVAC wire actually running right there, so we want to be careful with that. Alright, we are ready for some shiplap. We're going to go ahead and start cutting it. The slightly difficult part is actually cutting it on an angle right here. So it'd be fairly easy to run it up this little space, and then run it and angle it will be a bit more difficult. So we'll just have to get the angle and measure it right. So this is the thing, I really do love shiplap for like two reasons at least. Reason number one is shiplap, it looks good. And then reason number two is it's actually really easy to put up. So I'm a fan of anything that is easy to just slide up and in.
first one that we start right now will definitely need to be leveled.
Okay. Done. Alright, we did it. Shiplap and the box. It's pretty good. And we're going to go ahead and trim the corners. Then we're going to go ahead and put the plywood on the floor and glue the flooring down, and then we're going to start painting as much as we can. So, okay, so now we have this subfloor laid down. We actually had our floor just a tad bit leveled out in this house, so this one right here keeps it level to where the previous one is at. So now we're just going to start snapping it in, and we'll go ahead and lay this floor down real quick, and then we can trim the sides and go up and caulk it, putty it, and start painting. So alright, look at that. All we need is trim in the corners right here. It's coming out to be a good little project. The day is almost over. I'm hoping by the end of the day it'll be done. Okay, so we got some trim. We're about to trim out these corners and call it a day on the corners. We got it all caulked, puttied, all the holes, cracks, obviously not the shiplap, but it's good. We are ready to paint. Even though it looks pretty good right now, we're gonna go ahead and paint the whole thing. Alright, so we are done with the first coat. This is the next day, so I'm hoping I can get this done in 24 hours, which is good. And we are ready to do the final coat. We got one coat on here. We laid it on pretty thick, and we're gonna do one more. Call it a day, and put the rack up, start hanging some clothes and storing some items in here. Alright, we are done. This is how it looks. We are done painting. What's left is the pole for the clothes, and the jackets and sweaters will be hanging in here. And that's about it. We'll probably keep a couple other items in here, storage items, paper towels, etc. So I think it looks great. What's left is just this door trim. I'll be taking this door off and put this cap on for the light switch, and that's it. Pretty good. here we're gonna have a time lapse. All right, we're done painting. We're done putting up the hardware and this clothes hanger rack, and then we also put the new hinges on right here, the black ones. We put our light cap on, and we're ready to start installing some clothes, some items, and this room's functional. Closet space is good to go.
So I'm pretty happy about how this turned out. It looks good. The shiplap looks pretty great too. Fun fact is I got this shiplap right here on the right side for about $50 to $60, and then this left side, because I ran out, I got for all of it for 17 bucks. Now the reason I got it for 17 bucks is because Lowe's had like a bundle of half of it's really damaged, and I cut most of it up and used it, so that's pretty cool. That I got to save some money on that. And then the rest, I had this tabletop right here, but typically it would cost maybe $20, $30 for a sheet. So did I call it tabletop? No, it's definitely a finished plywood. So that was a few bucks. And then some of the small trim was also part of the shiplap. I just kind of ripped it in half, 1 inch and then ½ inch pieces, and closed up the sides. And what else? The flooring, I had like extra flooring left over, so that was obviously free stuff that I paid a long time ago for. Caulk was about $2-3 bucks a tube, so I think it's like 3 something. And the paint was 25 bucks. So yeah, it's a fairly inexpensive project. It is pretty great. So hey, do that to your closet. If it doesn't look that great, if you want to add some lights or switches or do any of that, it'll improve the look. So if this video was pretty helpful, give it a thumbs up, like it, subscribe, whichever one, and I'll keep making some helpful videos while I do some of these projects myself. So some of the stuff that I'm doing now is outside work, so I'll be doing more video of that. So we'll see you next time.